Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for DOGWIFHAT. Now, I just wanted to show you real quick on the hourly here. Our impulse since the low in a nice 5-wave move to the upside. We did come a little bit shy of expected targets of the 1.618 and the 2.382. But everything fits, no overlap. Our fourth came in the area we'd expect between the 382 and the 50. And our wave 2 came between the 50 and the 618, and we did get our ending diagonal for our fifth. All right, after that high, we got a nice 3-wave move to the downside. We ended in a diagonal, as you can see, a series of ABCs. The difficult area was this flat right here, expanded flat, but everything fits as expected. We came just shy of the 1-to-1 extension of our A wave off our B wave, which was at 16.0322 cents. Just came shy of that, and we are now impulsing to the upside. So I want to talk about this area here. It's been a difficult count. Reason being, some more illiquid markets, the labeling is different. I found a couple markets where this is the higher high above this one. So it's a little bit difficult to get into a very clean count on this. So I'm more leaning into the fib extensions more than anything to do my labeling. Because if this is a higher high, our wave 1 is here. Our wave 1 can also be here. This can be a triangle, or it can just be a zigzag or a complex correction on the other exchange. So a little bit difficult. But right now, I think this is the best labeling. This is our third wave and our fourth. And we have some sort of impulse in this area here. Again, depending where I pull from, as you can see, I'll throw on our extensions. You can see we passed the 1.618 for our third, if this is our third, and our fifth is just coming up to the 2.382. It's one of the reasons I think it's the best fit. So we're either coming up and finishing a wave 1, or there is another alternative, and that is we're making some sort of diagonal. And that would look like this. A somewhere B in here, whether triangle or if it was a higher high, ABC, X, ABC, ABC. And that would be more of a, oh, sorry, not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as our diagonal. So a little bit difficult which one to label it as. I'll get more clarity depending on the larger correction we get, but there is possibility of further upside in some sort of diagonal or even a series of nested 1-2s. But as of right now, this seems to be the cleanest count based on where extensions went to. And like I said, if I can't get a clean count, I usually switch to rely on more of extensions than anything. If you remember my previous video, we usually expect our second 1-2 to be either at the 382 or the 618 extension of the entire previous impulse. So we're right in between there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a retracement here for a wave 2. Hold in these previous order block area and take off from there. So I got in this area here. My stop was, I believe, at this low. I'm just going to leave it for now as a 1 risk unit on my account, 1% risk, just because I'm not clear on the count, but it does appear we've got the direction correct. So just going to leave it as is for the moment. Now, an alternative I have, as you can see, we came through the 618 and the 786 of this move to the downside. That's our retracements there. So I'm actually going to get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. And what that opens up to, if this happens to be some sort of correction where we get a WXY, a 333, that opens us up because we've passed the 70% retracement, and this starts with a 3. This opens us up that we get make a flat pattern here as an ABC. I'm just making you aware of that because that is a possibility. And the one-to-one extension, if we were to pivot right now, would be around 15 cents. In which case, after this fact, obviously we'd expect upside to all-time highs above this previous wave. So that's the alternative if we fail. The amount of time this move has taken to recover, I think that's unlikely. You expect B waves to take at least a 618 extension in time as the first wave. More of a guideline than a rule, but I like to use that to decide what the most likely outcome is, just to get probabilities. As you can see, our 618 is all the way out here, so we've recovered very nicely. So I expect this to be more the impulsive move, but that is the alternative if we do fail. I'd be looking for another long down in this area at the one-to-one. So where does that leave us now on the larger trend? These are just placeholders. I'll have to readjust them after. But if we are working on log scale, pretty far upsides for our third wave. If we're working on linear scale, still pretty high targets, about above $1 if we get a 5-wave move to the upside. So as of right now, this wave is unclear, but it does appear like we're moving to the upside. The question is whether it's corrective or impulsive, and we'll find out once we get a little more price action here so the waves can fill themselves out and let us lean into one count over another. All right, guys, that's it for Dog with Hat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.